Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So we're back at the usual little spot where I pick my daughter up from her little club she does on a Thursday night. So what am I going to talk about tonight? If you're aware, Hasselblad have now released the Masters series for 2026. It released it back in December last year, and I will be putting my hat in the ring for the wildlife category because I've always wanted to try this. It's certainly something that's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see the process of once you submit your 3 photographs. Ideally what you want to be doing is submitting your photographs that complement one another and don't fight against, like one that's potentially a good starting image, then one that is a potential strong image and a good finishing image, but not one that takes away from the other. That's what I've gathered from how you want to approach this. So there's many different categories. If you go to the Hasselblad website and go down to the Masters, you'll see that there's different categories. Like there's wildlife, landscape, there's portrait photography, I believe, and there's also an art one. So if you're someone who's very creative that likes to do kind of more artistic style stuff. And there's also the Project 21, which I believe is for anyone up to the age of 21 years old. Now, the conditions are that you shoot on the camera you have. It doesn't have to be a Hasselblad camera. And you cannot shoot with a smartphone. It has to be a camera. It could be a point and shoot camera. It could be a high-end DSLR. There's no limitations on what camera you have to use for the criteria. Because if there was, then, you know, obviously the wildlife one wouldn't really work because you need a specialist lens to do the wildlife stuff. But I think it's very interesting, and I strongly recommend anyone who's a budding photographer and who feels that their work is very good, who has a certain style knocked down, whether or not if you like to do a very minimalistic style shots or whatever category that you do. What I'd suggest is go back and have a look at what the previous winners were for the category that you're interested in doing for those previous years, because some of them kind of surprise you and some of them you go, that definitely was the winner, but you don't see the other entries. So that's where it gets interesting. That's where I find it gets interesting. From what I've gathered, us the public don't get to see the entries, so you don't know who you're up against. It's not like Guru Shots where you put a post up and then you get the potential to see everyone else's work that's there. You get to see who's the top 10, top 100, who's been picked, who's not been picked and stuff like that. It's not like that at all. It's not like that. So I'm really excited because I've always wanted to shoot with a Hasselblad camera.